Good morning, all. Had your breakfast
Good
already?
morning, ma'am.
Had your breakfast? No. Nobody had your breakfast.
No, ma'am.
Why? After my class, you have 20 minutes break. No, that time you will have. Okay. Why so less strength? Only 25. No, the sir left class 10 minutes before only. Why you're joining so late? Join fast. Your students will wait another 1 or 2 minutes. Then I'll start the class. So till then we'll do revision. So what we have seen is, students, we have completed first module. The notes and PPT of first module I'll share. I'll share in Google Classroom. If possible today or Monday, definitely I'll share in the Google Classroom. Yeah, if possible today only I'll share. Is it fine if I share the notes in Google Classroom GCR? Is it fine? Notes and PPT. All of you can able to access, no? Murli, ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ ಮುರಳಿ, you want to tell something?
ನೋ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅದೇ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ.
ಓಕೆನಾ? ಹಾಂ ಸರಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅದು GCR ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್. And you also go through the videos also, because sometimes you may miss the class, no? So maybe because of internet issue you may not be able to listen. Maybe at your end the voice may be breaking. So that's why if you go through the videos also, it will be better, I feel. Yes, students, in first module we have seen, what we have seen in first module. Hmm? You did not learn anything from first module? What is the main agenda, or what exactly we are going to do in testing we have seen in the first class? I mean in first module. The first module, see that diagram in the beginning of, I think, in second or third class, in third or fourth class, I explained you that flow chart of the testing process. That is very important. That is very important. See, the main thing in testing is the expected should match with the current, whatever the output we are getting. Output we are expected should match with the observed. Observed is nothing but the whatever the output we are getting. Observed means what output we are seeing. Expected is what output I want to get. So both should match. If both are matching, if both are same, only then I can say whatever the project or program or application, whatever I have developed, that is correct. That is right, I can say. Students, I'll begin with the second module. I'll start. We have waited and more than 5 minutes. So now I'm going to start with the second module, that is a perspective on testing. See, students, here this is your prescribed book for second module. For first module I shown you the other book, but this is for the second module. This is the prescribed book, software testing, third edition. A craftsman approach. A craftsman's approach, third edition is your prescribed book for your second module. Yes, students, here in this module, here in the beginning we'll see the some of the basic definitions. some of the basic definitions. So I'll go back to my second slide and I'll ask you, anybody can answer what is error? What is error? What is error generally when you do a program? When you do a program, yes, students, please respond. See, all definition, everything I have. Just I want to check whether you know or you at least you have some idea or not. Please respond. Because once I present a screen, I'll not come to know. I'll not come to know whether all are there or whether you are responding or not. I'll not come to know. So what is error? What is the general meaning of error? Error, mistake, no?
Mistakes.
Yes, correct, good. Mistakes. So if you do any mistake in the program, it may be a syntactic mistake, or it may be a logical mistake. It may be a syntactical mistake, or it may be a logical mistake. But some mistake. When you are doing some mistake, when you do some mistake, then when you compile your program, that time, then you will come to know you have done some error. Correct now? Then you will come to know the. Okay, I will not go to the mistake is nothing but a error. What is failure? What is failure? What is failure, students? What is failure? Tell me the general meaning of failure. Incident. What is incident? Incident. Incident is nothing but something happened, no? Something occurs. When something occurs, some incident has happened. Generally, when we forget about the software testing, generally when we talk with our friends or with our family, we tell no, one incident has happened. So that, what is that incident? What is that incident? Something has occurred. It may be good or it may be bad. It may be right or it may be wrong. Correct? No? We cannot say what it is. Something bad may also happen, something good may also happen. Correct? No? Yes, coming to the you people are not responding. Okay. So some of the basic definition we are going to see here. So what is error? So generally people make error. Error is nothing but a mistake. No person is perfect. No developer is perfect, or no test engineer is perfect, so that without any mistake, without any error, they do a programming. Correct? No? Everybody does some mistake. So when we do mistake, then the main thing is we have to rectify our mistake. We have to rectify our mistake. So we should try to resolve the mistake, whatever mistake we have done. So people make error. So error is, so generally people make error, and for error a good synonym is mistake. For error a good synonym means what? A similar word. A similar word for error, a good similar word is mistake. And these mistakes called bugs. These mistake called bugs in the program. Students, whatever the mistake we do, those mistake called as or known as bug. Bug in the program. Bug is nothing but what? Bug is nothing but error, no? Bug is nothing but error. See, students, you are not responding whether I should understand your understanding or you're not understanding. Please clarify me. You're understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Nobody is okay. So these mistakes are called as, or these mistakes are known as bug. Bug means what? Bug is nothing but a error. Correct? No? Bug is nothing but a error in the program. That error, the error is nothing but fault. A fault is a result of error. Yes, when error occurs in the program, then we'll understand a fault in the program. Correct? No? When your program doesn't have any error, when your program is error free, then we say, or my program doesn't have any fault. No fault in the program. No fault in the program. Correct? No? When there is a fault, when there is an error, then we say there is a fault. When there is an error in the program, then we know that is known as fault in the program. Error is nothing but fault in the program. And when the failure occurs, when you execute your program, when your program doesn't have any error, when your program executes successfully, without any error, then your program will get success. But when you execute your program might have some errors, or it might have some warnings, then you will not get a success. You will get a failure. Or in some situations, your program might be having zero errors. After that, after the compilation, what you do, you execute your program. So during execution, you may do a mistake. We may do a mistake. What type of mistake? While giving the input. Yes, in first module, we have seen, students, I don't know whether you remember or not, whatever may be the test case, or whatever, when we are doing a text, or based on the condition, a valid input we have to give. Correct? No, I have highlighted also. Based on the condition, we have to give a valid input. I have taken the PTR example also. For PTR, you have to give only a integer value or a decimal value. If for PTR, if you give ABC, though the program is correct, the program doesn't have any syntax error, any logical error, but the way of whatever the input you are giving, that should be correct. According to the condition, it should match. If you are giving PTR value is as ABC, the input what you are giving is wrong. So during execution time, you are doing some fault. During execution time, you are doing a fault. You're doing a error. You're doing a mistake. When you do mistake during execution, then definitely you will get a failure in the program. Correct? No? Definitely you will get a failure in the program. Yes, students, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Next we have incident. Incident is nothing but some action, or something has occurred. See here, a success is also some incident. Correct, na, students? A success is also an incident. A failure is also an incident. Why? Because something is happening. If you are getting a success, then you'll get a proper output. If you are getting a failure, in the program, then some alert message you will get. What alert message? You may, during compilation time, you will get n number of errors. During compilation time, when you get a n number of error, then you will come to know some mistakes are there in my program. Some errors are there in my program, or some bugs are there in my program. So I will not get a success. I'll get a failure in my program. So what we have to do? We have to try to debug those errors. Or when you execute your program, while giving input, if you give a wrong input, then you will get a alert message. The input, whatever the input you have given, that is invalid. When you go to any registration form for phone number, if you are giving the input for the text box phone number, if you give a character value, then immediately a alert message will come now. Correct, students? If you observe, and every day you are attending a assessment. Yes, students, every day you are attending an assessment. In there, what we have given, First is what I have given. First is USN. Second is name. Then the questions. You check once today in today's assessment. You check if you are not giving a name, because for that name I have given it is a required field. Without all the five questions, all the 4-5 questions, and all the name name and USN, whatever the information I am taking from the user, those entries, those fields I have made as a mandatory entries. Without giving those entries, without answering those fields, it will not allow you to go to the next field. It will not allow you to click on submit button. Yes, students, did you observe this? If you are not giving any input, if you are not giving USN, or if you are not giving a name, then you will get a alert message. You will get the user will get a alert message. Yes, getting?
Yes, ma'am.
So next we have testing. So testing is concerned with errors. Sorry, test. Test is nothing but testing. Test is nothing but testing. So testing is concerned with errors, faults, failures, and incident. Correct, no? So to debug the error, to debug the faults, to overcome from the failure, and to give a proper message based on the incident, we have to undergo testing. So when we do testing, only then we are able to come to know what errors we have done, what mistake we have done, and why I am getting a failure in my program, and when I get a failure, what type of message I have to give. So all this comes under this test. Now next is test case. Test case. So test case has an identity and is associated with the program behavior. Yes, students, when you if you have done any a project in your BCA, you write a test case. Test case you write for login page. Test case you write for registration form. Correct, no? Test case you write for login page. Test case you write for registration form. Test case you write for checking the validity, and test case you write for phone number. So for every field you write a test case, and all these test cases are it is associated with identity, and it has an identity, and it has a program behavior. What is program behavior? The output. The program behavior is nothing but a output. When in your registration form, to take a phone number of a person or to take a phone number of a candidate, if it is allowing character also, then how the behavior of the program is correct, though the program is running. Hey students, though the program is running successfully, but is the behavior is correct? No. According to my expectation, that text box should take only the integer type. Correct, no? It should accept only integer. If you are giving any decimal value, or if you are giving any character value, or if you are giving any special character, then it should display, or it should give a pop-up message. But the behavior of the program is not correct. So all this we do in test case. All this we do in test case. Next we have life cycle. Testing life cycle. Yes, students, how is the structure? V, no? It looks like V. Is it looking like V?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this is a life cycle of testing. See here, yes, student, the diagram is clear. I'll read out once. Requirement specification, design. This is a if I highlight, I think if I highlight, then then it is little more clear. Design, coding, testing, fault classification, fault isolation, fault resolution or resolution. Yes, students, I'll give you 2 minutes time. Is this you have seen in any other diagrams? What is waterfall model? In waterfall model, what all we have seen? Respond. Okay, students. This is the life cycle of testing. This life cycle of testing is in a V form, V structure. The life cycle of testing is in a V structure. If you observe this life cycle here, where the error may occur. In 3 cases, the error may occur. And in 3 cases, in 3 input, see here we are giving a input requirement specification is also a input, correct? No, what are the requirements we need and how the design of the program should be and how the coding of the program. Yes, these are all the input to the program. Yes, students, you see here, if you observe the life cycle of testing, if you observe the life cycle of testing, 3 opportunities are there. 3 opportunities are there to make errors. 3 opportunities are there to make errors. That is the first 3 phases: requirement specification, design, and coding. Yes, in requirement also we can do some mistake. No, yes, students, nobody is perfect. When we start developing a program, first we decide the requirement. Correct? No. Correct, no, students. When we decide the requirements, based on our requirement only, we develop a project. While deciding the requirement also, we may do some mistake. We may miss out something, or we may not collect a requirement according to our design. Sometimes a mistake may happen, and so the errors may happen in 3 phases. That is, first 3 phases are putting bug. So in these 3 phases, we are putting bug in the program. Putting bug in the program. Bug is nothing but error. So putting error in these 3 phases, and in these 3 phases, we are removing the errors. We are removing the errors. In 3 phases, we are putting bug out. Putting bug out means what? Taking out the errors. Yes, students, getting understanding. If you have any doubt, you please ask me now only. So see, generally what happens before we write any program, if you take a simple to find a palindrome program. Palindrome means what? Palindrome means what? When you reverse a number, it should be in a same order. Correct? No? 1 to 1. When you reverse it, correct? No? Is the logic is correct? Whatever I am saying.
Yes, ma'am.
So 1 to 1. If you reverse if you reverse also, it will be same only. 1 to 1. So now, what's the logic? So based on according to the logic, I have to take a variables. Correct, no? I have to take a variables to store input value, how many variables I need to display the output, which variable I need, whether I want the input, the variables in terms of integer, float, character, double, string. Yes, correct, no? This palindrome we can also do for string also. Yes, correct, no, students? So first I decide the requirements. I decide the requirement. Assume that I am taking only the integer value. Then my supervisor may come and tell, why you have taken only integer value? You can take this program, you can execute first string also. Yes. In the requirement, I am doing some error, no, because I am taking only for the integer values. I am not taking on for string values. But later I'll come to know. Later, if somebody tell me, or if I rethink, then or after execution of my program, I may understand why I have done only for integer value. I have the opportunity to do for string variable also. Correct, now, students? So during requirement specification, we may do some mistake. Next, design. When you take a larger project, before we start a project, we have to do a design. We cannot say whatever the design we do, that is 100% correct without any error. Some minor faults may be there, some minor errors may be definitely errors may be there. So here the chances of error may occur. The chances of error may occur in design phase. Is definitely in coding the error may occur. If you ask any developer, so without errors, it is not possible to do. It is not possible to develop any program. So even they don't know what even they also do some trial and errors. They write some code. If for that code, if they are not getting output, again they'll try to enhance, or they'll try to change the code. So they'll try to change the logic. So they do a lot of trial and error, so that to get a expected output. So all these three are input: requirement, design, and coding. So coding we have done. So coding we have done means we have written the program. Assume that I have typed the program to check whether my given number is palindrome or not. So after typing, what I do, I save the program. Next, what I do, I compile the program. Correct, no, students? I compile the program. Why I compile the program? Why I compile the program? Tell why I compile the program. To check, to test, is my program has any error. That I'm checking, no? Yes, I'm checking here. I'm checking. That checking is nothing but a incident. Correct, no? I'm doing something. What I'm doing, I'm checking. I'm testing. Incident is happening. So after testing, the fault classification. How the fault classification? Or the fault classification? Syntax error, logical error. Correct, no? Or any warnings. Yes, students, understanding? Please respond.
Yes, ma'am.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು? Can you are able to relate to this what I'm explaining? Students, please respond. Or all are there, or just you switched on your phone and you went somewhere?
Yes, ma'am. We are listening.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಮ್ಮ?
Yes, ma'am.
ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ರಾದ್ರೂ ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಒಬ್ರಾದ್ರೂ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. So the fault classification, and in fault classification, the compiler will classify logical error, syntax error, or any warnings are there. So everything will be classified. And the fault isolation. What is a fault isolation? Segregation. Segregation will be done. So after segregation, then a fault resolution is nothing but fixing the error. So debugging the error. So we debug the error. So in these three phases, what we are doing, we are trying to take out the error. In these three phases, we are trying to take out the errors in classification, in isolation, and in resolution. So once the suppose after this also still if we have error, then once again we compile the program and we till the testing process happens till the program is error free. Till the program is error free. Till that time the testing process will be continued. So this is the testing life cycle. Understood, students? This is the testing life cycle. See, students, this is very important in testing life cycle. We have three phases to input the error. In three phases, we are taking out the error. Taking out the error is nothing but debugging the errors. Next, test case. What is test case? If you check your senior reports or any, if you check any project report, the project report will be having definitely a test cases. Correct, na students? The project the report will be having the test cases. So in test case, what we do is first we have to decide. First we have to decide what we have to test. Yes, no, blindly we cannot do testing. Blindly we cannot do testing. First I have to decide what I have to test. Test ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೇನೆ can we do testing? No. So first we have to understand we have to decide what information or what fields or what we have to test. And the testing, whatever the testing we do know, it should be based on the condition with a valid input. Yes, students, this is very important in testing. Whatever the testing we do, that should be based on the condition with a valid input. For palindrome, if you have written a program to check palindrome, whether the given number is palindrome or not. So what your problem statement tells is you're checking for only the integer number. If you give x, y, z, yes, students, here the program doesn't have any error. Even the logic, everything is correct. But according to the condition, you're not giving a valid input. You're giving the input as x, y, z. But I have written the program for numbers, only for the integer number. So that's why before we do any testing, there are what we have to test, that is very important. So the essence of software testing is to determine a set test cases for the items to be tested. So we have to determine, we have to decide, we have to check whether what test cases should be tested. Simply blindly whatever we want, we should not. If we are giving a login page, then we have to check ID and login ID and password, whether those fields are working properly or not. You cannot simply write a test case for age, test case for phone numbers. In the login page, just I'm checking only for username and password. In some application, if you observe, if you go to IRCTC and all, or if you see any other applications, there they check date of birth also. But now, according to in my program, in my login page, I have only username and password. Only username and password. In some applications, it takes the current location. So it depends on the developer, how the developer has developed the application. So based on that, whichever the test fields are necessary, only those test fields we have to take. Unnecessary, we should not take any other fields. So before testing, we should have the clarification what information to be tested. Before testing, we should have a clarification. What information should be tested? Simply, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time in checking all the test cases or to check because before we test something, we have to make a documentation of that. Yes, students, in first module we have seen if it is a simple project, then by thinking, by applying our mind only, we may we may apply some test cases. But it is a complex project, but it is a larger project, or it is any commercial project, then definitely we have to write the test cases. Write the test cases, and then you start implementing the test cases. And in the test cases, precondition and post condition will be there. In the pre condition, the input item, what is the input item, and what will be the expected output. In post condition, what actual output I am getting, after giving the valid username and password, whether the login is successful or not, or there also if any error is happening or not. This we have to check. So students, when you write a test case, these fields are very important. When you write a test case, these fields are very important. First, you may be writing thousands. If you have a larger project, then you may be writing thousands of test cases also. You may be writing 10 test cases also, or 50 test cases also. It depends on the project. So better you should have ID of each test case. 001 or TD 001 or T1, T2, T3, T4, anything, whichever you are, it should be in your understandable format. And what is the purpose of the test? To check the login page, or to check the phone number. If you are checking a test, if you are applying a test case to this text box, to check the phone number, So purpose, what is the precondition? The text box should have only, it should take only the integer. And what input I am giving? I'm giving only the integer I am giving. And what is the expected output? And what is the post condition? And execution history. In this test case, you might have run more than one time. Then the date of execution, the result in today's execution, what will be the result, and version, and which run by. Because what is run by means, because to run to test, we may be using so many tools, automation tools, JMeter. Tell me any automation tools. Name any automation tools.
Ma'am, Selenium.
Correct. Very good. Selenium, JMeter. See, Selenium is used to test something, and JMeter is used for something. Yes. And any other testing tools? Any other testing tools? No, nobody knows. See, Selenium is a testing tool. JMeter is a testing tool, and
Robot framework.
None. Yes, we have so many testing tools. So it should have which testing tool we have used. So run by. So which testing tool we have used. So your test case should see, if you write all this, if I come and check, because I don't know what is their project. And how you have done a testing. If I come and check your test cases, and by seeing all this information, easily I'll understand what you have done, because this have all the information: test ID, purpose, precondition, input, output, post condition, everything, all the information I have. So whatever the testing you do, students, whatever the test cases you apply or you do For all the three test cases, the test case information is very important. So see here, typical test case information. Typical test case information. Your test case should have these information. So next we have Venn diagram. So Venn diagram, I'll do it in the next class. Venn diagram, I'll do it in the next class. I'll stop here, students. Students, today's assessment, the link I'll share in the chat box. The link I'll share in the chat box. I'll give you 10 minutes time. In 10 minutes, you have to finish your assessment. Students, I have shared the assessment link. Check whether it is opening or not. If anybody is facing any problem, you let me know. Start answering. I'll give you 10 minutes. The students, answer your attendance. One,
Present, ma'am.
two,
Present, ma'am.
three,
Present, ma'am.
four,
Yes, ma'am.
5,
Present, ma'am.
6,
Present, ma'am.
7,
Present, ma'am.
8,
Present, ma'am.
9,
Present, ma'am.
10,
Present, ma'am.
11,
Present, ma'am.
12,
Present, ma'am.
13,
Present, ma'am.
14,
Present, ma'am.
16,
Present, ma'am.
17,
Present, ma'am.
18,
Present, ma'am.
19,
Present, ma'am.
20, 20, Gudia. Gudia, I think I saw you. Gudia, she's there, no? I saw her, maybe she might be having some internet issue. Harshit. Harshit. Harshit is there?
Not there, ma'am.
No, he's not there.
No, ma'am.
Harshit, 21. Singh,
Present, ma'am.
Kavya,
Present, ma'am.
Kishore,
Present, ma'am.
Lata,
Yes, ma'am.
Manisha.
Present, ma'am.
ಯಾಕೆ ಇಬ್ರು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ? ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್,
Yes, ma'am.
ನಯನ,
Yes, ma'am.
ನೀಲಾಂಜನ್, ನೀಲಾಂಜನ್, is there a Nilanjan? Nishant,
Present, ma'am.
Pavitra,
Present, ma'am.
Maithili,
Present, ma'am.
Priyanka, Pavan,
Present, ma'am.
Akash,
Present, ma'am. Present.
Rajeshwari,
Present, ma'am.
Rakesh,
Yes, ma'am.
Ramya,
Present, ma'am.
Rashmi,
Yes, ma'am.
Ravi Shankar,
Yes, ma'am.
Rizwan,
Present, ma'am.
Vishal,
Present, ma'am.
Savita,
Yes, ma'am.
Shruti,
Present, ma'am.
Sneha,
Yes, ma'am.
Spurti,
Present, ma'am.
Srinidhi,
Present, ma'am.
Srinivas, Srinivas,
Present, ma'am.
Sunil,
Present, ma'am.
Sunil,
Present, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Vaishnavi, हाँ ಕೇಳಿಸಪ್ಪ ವೈಷ್ಣವಿ,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
ವಿನ್ನಿ,
Present, ma'am.
students, all of you attended the assessment.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
And the responses.
Yes, ma'am.
The responses. Only 36 responses I got. Remaining, do it fast. Do it fast, students. Okay, students, any doubt in today's class? All of you understood the life cycle of testing and why we have to write the test case, and when we write a test case, what all the information should be there in the test case. And these are all the we have seen the basic definitions of test case: fault, error, failure, test case. These are all the basic definition to begin with this module. So error, fault, failure, incident, test and test case. The prescribed book is Software Testing. Once again, I'll show you the prescribed book. This is your prescribed book. Software Testing, A Craftsman's Approach, 3rd edition. Paul C is the author. So this is your prescribed book. Students, no doubt, no? Any doubt you can ask. If you don't have any doubt, then I'll end the class. The students will see in the next class. Monday 4th hour. Monday 4th hour we have. Okay, students. See you in the next class.
Thank you, ma'am.